Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody out there, YouTube, social media? It's welcome to another episode of Boss Nation. I'm the man with the rant, Thomas Boss Bailey in the building to give you guys another rant. Today I'm going to be ranting Joe Rogan. And a lot of you guys who haven't been living under a rock these last couple of weeks have been seeing Joe Rogan has been getting killed on social media. I mean, murdered. And, really, he deserves it. I mean, let's keep it a bean. He said the N-word. I mean, he deserves it. I'm not going to get into the whole, vaccinated, non-vaccinated thing because, I mean, that's a whole nother rant. I actually don't have nay or say about that. What I do have to say is about the N-word. Now, me, I have a lot of white friends. All right, I grew up in an area that was a mixture of black, white, Spanish, everything. So I've been around everything my whole life. I got some white friends who grew up in black neighborhoods or grew up around black people who allowed them, I guess you should say that word, not with the ER, but with the A, with the slang term of it. I don't like it personally. I don't feel like anyone should say it. I try my hardest not to say it. I do slip sometimes. I do try hard not to say it. I especially try hard not to say it around other white people. So if I'm talking to another black individual and me and him are homies, and I try not to say it around white people. I don't want them to think or anybody to feel comfortable with it being said around them. If that doesn't make sense to you, it's very hard for me to open your mind up to that part of it. But if you're not uh, in that type of environment, you won't understand. Like I try not to act. I try not to get. I try not to say. I try not to talk with that slang around a lot of white people. For this very instance, I mean, you got Joe Rogan. He obviously grew up around, works around a lot of black guys, around a lot of black comedians. Hears the word a lot, and I guess he felt comfortable enough to feel like it was okay to say it. Now, granted, he was saying hard ER, like he was saying and that's not good. And that to me was even worse that he said that. And the fact that he was against this whole epidemic with the vaccine, I feel like someone went out of their way to make a bunch of videos or find a bunch of his old videos. I mean, they must have really took their time to go in there and find those videos of him saying the N word and make into that compilation video of him saying the N word. And personally, I think that guy had a lot of time in his hand, is a loser. But at the same time, he opened it up to this. And me personally, how I feel about this, I've seen a lot of black men and substantial black men of Providence, doctors. Dr. Roddy Ferguson, I think, commented on it. I saw Corey Anderson, an MMA fighter. I saw a few people commenting on the situation, and they're pro Joe Rogan. They don't want to see the witch hunt go after him any longer. And I get that. I mean, that's fine. Some people are comfortable with that word being said and comfortable with that word being used. Me personally, I am not. Does that mean that I think that Joe Rogan is a racist? I personally don't know the man, but if I had to use my intuition, I wouldn't think that he was a racist. I do not think that he's a racist person. But what I do think is, I think that he used bad judgment, and now he's getting what he deserves. Now, a lot of people think, oh, well, the guy went out of his way to make that video. He's a loser. He started all this stuff. There's just a witch hunt because Spotify is paying him more money than they're paying music artists, or because this, that, and the other, whatever. If he never said the word, they have no ammo on him. You see what I'm saying? So if he never said the N word, we're not talking about this now. This isn't a trending topic. But the fact that he did say the N word, he did put it out there like that, he did say all those things, it kind of makes him look like a racist. Now, with that being said, his whole apology to me was BS. I mean, you could tell he was forced to do it. Spotify probably hit him up and said, "Listen, time to smooth this over. Let's get you out there. Apologize." It was a half-ass apology. I had a couple of my Caucasian friends defend his apology, saying that, what else do you want? You want the guy to give blood and blah 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 blah. And I guess at this point, after saying the N word, it really is no apology. I hate when the other races use racial slurs and think that after they use it, saying sorry is gonna make it all better. Huh? And what's that say? How's that saying go? I can forgive, but I can't forget. And that's basically how a lot of us are. Now, with that being said, I personally would never watch the Joe Rogan show ever again. I would never listen to a podcast. And yes, he was one of my favorite podcasts to listen to, especially when he had an MMA person on. I would love to listen to the topics and break down stuff. But me personally now, I would never listen to Joe Rogan ever again. Ever again. Ever again. No ifs, ands, buts about that. I would never. And not for the fact, again, I don't think that he's racist. But he used a bad choice of words. And the fact that he said, I was ignorant to the severity of the word, and I wasn't educated on the word, and now that it's all out, I am. Dude, for somebody who goes out and his whole purpose and claim to fame is the search of knowledge, to put knowledge out there for everyone, to make it so everyone knows everything about everything from space to the Illuminati, to whatever else hell he talks about. You're gonna tell me that you didn't know the N word was a strong negative word, and that you just now picking up on that? I cry bullshit. I just think that you used a bad choice of words. I know a lot of his podcasts, they be getting high, they drink. Maybe he was a little messed up. I don't know. It was 22 episodes, 22 different episodes that he did. He said it, so maybe he couldn't. Maybe he wasn't messed up. Maybe he just felt that in his heart to say it. I don't know the contents or how he said it, but to me, it really doesn't make a difference. Even if you're reading something that had the N word in it, just say N word. You don't have to use the whole ER. I think one of the combinations, he said, "I wish there was a word for us that was as strong as the N word." I don't. I mean, I don't know. I just really, me personally, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. As as far as not, I don't like to say everyone who uses the N word is a racist. I don't want to make that a thing. You use the N word, you're quote unquote racist for the rest of your life. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, there's things that I've done that I've made mistakes on. I don't want to be labeled that for the rest of my life because I don't do that anymore. So I think that for him, I don't want to label him a racist because I don't think that he has racial intentions in his heart. I don't think that, I don't think that he hates black people. I just think that he's ignorant to black concerns, needs, and what we care about. I think that that's the issue. So personally, I can care less whether his show gets canceled or not. I personally would never listen to it again. I personally won't hold any weight in anything he says anymore. Again, as far as the vaccinated things and all the other stuff that they say that all the misinformation that he spits out and stuff, I don't never really fit into that. I feel a certain type of way about it. I don't feel any type of way about that anyway. Like I said, my biggest issue, and I think 90% of the blacks out there right now who follow Joe Rogan's biggest issue is just the way he used the word, the way that he tried to retract what happened, and I feel like that's the issue. So I know a lot, and then again, I have to touch base on this. So again, I've seen a lot of black men, MMA guys, doctors, David Goggins, motivational speakers. I've seen Corey Anderson, MMA fighter. I've seen tons and tons of people go on social media taking Joe Rogan's back, saying he's not a racist, he doesn't have a racist bone in his body, and blah 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 blah. And that's fine and dandy. That's what Joe Rogan needs. He needs us to come help him. But I've also seen Chad Mendez. I've seen Michael Chandler. I've seen a few other people. One of the Machado brothers. Really, people going to back for Joe. And some of the words that they're using, to me, bad taste. So, like, I think I seen on Chad Mendez was like, it's disgusting when freedom of speech is being reprimanded and a good person is being held down or whatever. I may not be saying it word for word correctly. Michael Chandler said something similar. Um, they're taking away from what he said. Now, granted, do I think the man's racist? No, but using the N word and using the hard ER in any subtext is horribly wrong, and he should be reprimanded. There should be a witch hunt for him. There should be all these things that people are saying about him. He should be getting that. He should be. He knows it. He knows he was wrong. Should he lose his job for it? This particular incident, no. But other instances, if he said it like way the guy from the Clippers said it, and so on and so forth, then yeah, he should lose his job. Uh, I just feel like when people of the same race come to bat for people when it comes to racism, and kind of makes them look racist, like they agree, like they desensitize the word, and they're desensitizing, or they're devaluing or the feelings towards the word. Like, oh, why are you guys overreacting for him saying that? It's just a word. Like I had a buddy tell me, well, I feel like if somebody can say a word that can make you that mad, then that just shows you how weak minded you are. No, you don't know the history behind the word. You don't know how deep the word gets. You don't know how many years that word is being used in references of putting our people down in the oppression that we had to go through for all these years. It's deeper than what you guys give it credit for. It's not just a word to us. So me personally, I don't like anybody using that, especially the hard ER especially. I try not to use it. Um, but I don't know. I just really feel like the Joe Rogan thing right now is just, does the guy does he deserve to get fired? No. What should we do with this man? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he should donate to the NAACP. I don't know. I don't know what you could possibly do or what you should do with him right now. I just know that that apology was weak, Joe. It was weak. And one thing else he said was, since now that I know and I'm educated, I will never use the word again. And then one of my buddies says, you see, it's not about the apology, it's about the actions after apologies. And I'm thinking he just apologized because it went viral. Like, how do I know he's not at home saying that? Like, how do I know he doesn't feel that way? Like, how do I know he's not a racist? All I can say is I don't feel that he is. I don't know if he's a racist or not. I don't know the man. So to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on with him inside his head. So that's the reason why I'm not going to follow him or give him any support anymore. That's why I'm not going to watch Joe Rogan's experience. That's why I'm not going to watch anything that has to do with him, because personally, I don't know if he's racist or not. And if I don't know, I'm not watching because I don't know. And you just now you figure out now you don't want to use, like, I mean, there's so many different things that play a factor in this. I just wish that as a society and as a race we can be more entwined with each other. I mean, and and as a humanity, we should have more respect for the other one. You know what I mean? Like, don't desensitize this word. Don't devalue it. It's big. Don't. How about we just don't use it? Don't say it. I mean, there's a lot of things I personally think we should do that could make the word a lot better. I really do. And I don't like to get into like these type of topics, but and to me, it's quick fixes and easy fixes, but it's just money related. And I don't think the country doesn't want to spend money on stuff that they're not gonna make money back. Man, don't get me wrong. If anybody from the government is watching this, I am not bashing the government. Please don't come get me. But yeah, that's really much all I got to say about the Joe Rogan thing. I'm personally Thomas Bailey, February 7th, 2022, will no longer watch anything that has to do with Joe Rogan. I mean, obviously, I love watching UFC, watching the fights. I'm still gonna watch that. But as far as anything that he has or he does, his comedy, I bought tickets. I got tickets before for him to see me feel. I never do that again. I'll never never purchase anything that he's on. I'll never go to a movie that he's in. I'll never go to a TV show, a TV show that he stars in. I like anything that has to do with Joe Rogan. Well, I'm spitting. Anything that has to do with Joe Rogan. But how did that go? Anywhere that has to do with Joe Rogan, I won't be participating in. I won't. He gets no love from me anymore. Just for the simple fact that I have to guess. So sucks. It sucks to be for that to happen, because he was one of my favorite. podcast members, and he was my one of my favorite comedian, not favorite comedian, but he was up. He was a good comedian. I had him up there with like Bill Burr and stuff. So on that angle, but not anymore. I'm not gonna listen to him anymore. He's dead to me. So all right, everyone. That's all I got to say about that. I was supposed to do a relationship rant today, but I didn't get a chance to because I got so I felt so strong about talking about this, so I decided to do this instead. I'll probably do a relationship one tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna try to post about 3-4 videos this week, just to make up for all the ones I've missed. But I'm gonna try to do like 2 or 3 a week on average. So I just want to give you guys good content, give good information, and not drop the N word or do anything that gets me canceled. So, all right, guys. Well, that's an episode with the boss. I wish everybody love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see you guys on the other side. Deuces.